Today, as I am commentating on the subject at hand, which would be French mercenaries on the ground in Harney County, and also the paramilitary troops building up there, I'm going to be showing you a video of Lavoy Finicum's last ride into the sunset. This is a little longer version than the previous one I showed you before. But at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a clip of a Longtime Burns, Oregon resident. The man's name is Larry J. Now, Larry J. has lived in Burns his entire life. This is over 60 years. He has many, many stories to tell you how they have been fighting the BLM and they have been fighting the government for many, many years now. The ranchers have. See, he's familiar with the ranchers. The man you're going to be hearing talking at the end of this video, again, his name is Larry J., a longtime Harney County resident. He knows what's going on. He's been paying attention. This is a patriot that we have to listen to. And this is further proof, in my mind, his commentary, his interview is more proof that there are some sort of United Nations mercenary troops on the ground in Harney County. If you listen very carefully to when he talks, he'll tell you why Obama wants to have these foreign troops on our soil. It gets very, very deep. This is a very, very interesting interview here with Larry J. I want to just give you a little information before you hear him. His family used to own the Nevada Rancher newspaper. Now, that Nevada Rancher newspaper, they sold it a long time ago, but they used to, like I said, they've been in this fight with the government for many, many years. The Nevada Rancher newspaper, his family, because the government's been coming down on these ranchers for many, many years. This is not something that just started yesterday. It didn't just start a year and a half ago with the Bundy Ranch. This has been going on for many, many years. You talk to Cliven Bundy. Cliven Bundy will tell you he's like one of the last ranchers left in Clark County, Nevada. So the whole point I'm trying to make here, before you listen to Larry J. speak, this fight's been going on for a long time, and the man you're about ready to hear, he's been part of that fight. That's why I think this video is so important, because you're about ready to hear a man who's been in this fight for a long, long time, a lot longer than you and I even known this fight even existed. So we have to listen to people like this. And again, I think this is going to be a very interesting interview. Now, having said that, I do want to tell you that we are making a difference. Since the story broke that there have been French mercenaries on the ground, I have heard from many, many residents who have heard that there are planes leaving the area. Some of these military people are leaving the area. I also would expect that after I broke the story yesterday about seeing the French European license plate, I would suspect that they're going to take that license plate down off the vehicle and replace it with some sort of temporary tag. You got to understand the people we're up against. They listen to our videos. Where do you think they're getting all their information? They're listening to this video as we speak. When we speak, they are listening. So make no mistake about it. We are making ground in our movement for freedom. We're making ground here. And this is the last mile that Lavoy Finicum would have driven right here. I think this part here. But like I said, we're making ground here. They're listening to our videos. They are paying attention. And I would suspect that some of these, what I find out is a lot of these mercenaries are hiding out at the refuge out there. They're keeping a low profile. Because of our videos, these paramilitary private mercenary type contractors are keeping a real low profile. We're making a statement here today that we're not going to let this get out of hand. We're not going to let Obama's private civilian army get out of hand. That's the whole statement I'm trying to say today. We are making a difference. While in Harney County, I have personally seen dozens and dozens of private mercenary type contractors. I'm 100% sure these guys are not FBI. These guys are not state police. I'm looking at guys who used to be in the military who have come home, and now that's what the only thing they know how to do. They've joined these private contractor firms. They're getting paid high wages. Unfortunately, the orders that they're getting are not very good for you and us, for you and I. Lavoy Finicum is a perfect example of what happens when you let private contractors in on the game. See, the rumors are now that some of the people who actually pulled the trigger on Lavoy Finicum, they were actually private contractors. One of them might have been even somebody who was let go from the FBI. See, the private contractors are not so picky in who they pick. And these military guys, these ex-military guys need a job. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to be getting to the interview with Larry J. here. I think you need to listen very carefully. As I said, Larry J., the longtime Harney County resident you're about ready to hear, his family used to own the Nevada Rancher newspaper. They've been fighting the BLM for many, many years. He's been up against the government stealing land from the ranchers for years and years and years. And that's why we're lucky. We're lucky that he is strong enough to speak out. You see, many, many people in Harney County are scared to death of people like Judge Grasty, the sheriff. Many people are not scared. My hat goes off to this patriot here. My hat goes off to the patriot you're about ready to hear. I say, bravo. Now, Larry, you've heard that there's French mercenaries on the ground here in Burns?
Yes, they're here on the ground, and I've seen them personally myself. They came in here, and they're part of the special ops that's here, and they brought them in because they don't want parts of people saying that if they're U.S. citizens that they're not controlled, and that's why they brought these people in, because they take their orders from a different person. So there's no tie with the United States in that way.
And now you think they're hiding out at the refuge?
They are hiding out at the refuge. They brought rigs and everything in.
They're out at the...
they are the ones that are out there that overlooking, and the drones they got flying in is all out there at the airport.
It's all now at the refuge, like a military blockade out there.
There's military blockade there, and also at our airport we have everything coming in there. And their planes coming in and bringing people and whatever every day.
Now you've heard of other Burns residents who know of these French mercenaries? They've seen them too? Have you talked to other Burns residents about this?
I've talked to other patriots. Yes.
Other patriots? Okay.
Yes, other patriots. We've been monitoring all this stuff along, and we know what's going on and who's coming in to know what we're dealing with.
Okay. With that, thank you, Larry.